WeAreArcade.com presents the Anime UK podcast with the SSRS.
You're listening to the Anime UK show presented by Alex, Aisha, Oren and Harriet.
Featuring news, reviews and discussions from the world of anime, manga, gaming and otaku culture.
Anime UK is brought to you by WeAreArcade.com. You can find us there every Friday.
You can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Anime UK Show, as well as subscribing to us on iTunes and YouTube. Don't forget to rate, comment and keep sending us your lovely questions. Hey, this is Anime UK Show, episode 19, and we're back from Hyper Japan, but more about that later, and we'll be discussing some of the newest animes. So guys, who saw Blood Lad?
Yep.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, guys. I'll talk about what the actual synopsis. So you follow basically the protagonist who's actually a vampire, but it's not so much about him being a vampire, it's about him being a great big otaku geek. And he lives in the demon world, but he's literally in his one bedroom flat, collecting anime, manga, playing games, and he has no interest in human blood. He's infatuated with Japanese culture, and one time he's calling his contact for getting the latest anime manga or figures, and the guy's like, oh, I got something even better, I've got human girl. And he's like, huh? Really? I get to like talk with a real human? And he's all excited because he gets the girl and he just chats to her about anime, manga and games. And there's one reference which I totally love, all the references in this anime series. He's like, wow, there's so many, what's final about it then? And it's like, oh, you're obviously talking about Final Fantasy. And there's so many really, really kitsch references. And then you've got him with his phone with his little Naruto dongle and stuff, and then he's watching he's reading Dragon Ball Z, but they've changed the name to something else, like Drago Z or something. And the whole episode's just about him really interested in her, but then something happens and an intruder comes into his turf of the demon world, and this monster affects the poor girl Yanagi. It sucks, first of all, her clothes off. Yeah, a lot of fan service in this anime. A lot of unnecessary big boobs, but there's no actual focus on the big boobs. They're just there. He does not appreciate it. He even mentions it. Yeah, I do not feel attracted to you. But it's probably because the monster also sucked out her soul or something, so she's kind of a ghost now, not a human. So he has no interest in her, but he says that he will help her come back to life because he's interested in going to the human world and exploring. Yeah, what did you feel about it, Alex?
I remember reading the manga and I loved it a lot. It's actually quite funny. Wasn't expecting what did happen to happen in the series, right from the start. But yeah, I just love the fact they go on a little journey and the main character just doesn't care about a thing. He just like, oh, I want to go human world. I'm going to take you with me, even though you're dead. So it's like, yeah, it's fine.
It's funny how the girl's like, he's supposed to be some sort of vampire. He rules the area and yet he just looks like a loser.
No, because he is just funny. He's just like an unexpected hero. It's like, yeah, he's kind of crap, but he's just ridiculously powerful and everyone listens to him. So yeah, it's a fun series. What about you, Harriet?
I quite liked it. I'm like you. I read the manga and, I've only read like the first 5 chapters of it just to get into it. But I do like it. I did like the references with the games. My favourite one though was when he was trying to find a way to bring her back and he looked in Dragon Ball Z and she said, oh god, we're gonna have to find the 7 Dragon Balls, aren't we? And I just burst out laughing to that. I thought that was genius. Even when I saw the manga, I said, oh, I know what's coming next, and then she said it, and even though it was very funny. But, yeah, I did like this series. I will carry on watching it. I'll read the manga as well, but it's like Alex said, it's good that they just went straight into it and not kind of flail a bit with it. But, Yeah, definitely. I did like the focus as well, that they didn't, boingy boingy with the boobs. I'm replacing Oren this week with this, with the physics. But yeah, I'm glad they didn't do that too much. There
wasn't emphasis on it. It was just there. That's it.
It's just like the shirt's too loose and the boxers. I like the fact it said Uniqlo, so that's obviously a reference to Uniqlo. Which sells anime shirts anyway, so that's quite good. But yeah, definitely a good series. I quite liked it.
Would you say it's true to the manga?
Yes, I would. Very much so.
Awesome. I think I might actually backtrack and go to the manga then, because I quite enjoyed the series, and I have to say this series has probably been the most interesting one so far, apart from what's his name? Monokuma.
Oh, Danganronpa.
That's the one, yeah. Apart from that one, this one's really got my interest. I really like the style of the anime, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of Disgaea, but just no swearing. A lot of love for this. And there was another kind of demon-related anime we watched, Makai Uji Devils and Realist. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Alex, do you want to explain?
It's literally in the title what they're doing. So, you meet a young boy who's prestigious rich family, and he's at a boarding school. And, he's been looking after himself all his life. He's always been at the top. And, all of a sudden he gets called into the principal's office, and they said, oh yeah, you haven't paid for your fees. So he's like, I'm sure my uncle paid for it. And he goes off. Turns out he's actually run out of money. His uncle's run away, and the only person left behind is his servant, Kevin. And Kevin's a really nice guy. He's like, oh, it's fine, we'll be okay, we'll just have to pick vegetables from the garden from now on and be poor. So, in a panic, he runs around the house trying to find anything that's left. And he finds out about the basement. And they said, oh, there's something hidden down here, it's always been locked up. He goes down, and there's a demon summoning symbol down there, and he bumps into demon known as D'Artagnan or Dantillion. Can't really remember how you pronounce his name. But yeah, being the weird hero that we're following, he's a realist, so he doesn't believe in demons or angels or God. So as soon as this demon comes in and goes, was that a magic trick? That's cool. How do you do that? Go out of my house. Go away. So yeah, it's just, from then on, it's just him, not believing D'Artagnan at all, and going, oh, I'm a realist, I don't believe you, oh, you're trying to use me for something, you're not gonna trick me, and, it turns out that the only reason this demon has come before him is because he's been classed as the elector for the new demon lord. And from then on, the demons are now completely going after him, going, yeah, you have to choose a new Lucifer. Be my friend, or I'll kill you. Choose me! No, choose me! So now it's just starting this huge war of demons chasing after him, and all he wants is his fee for his school. And to be rich again.
There's so much reference to money in this show.
Yeah, he just doesn't care. The main character's like, I just want money. I want my status back. I'm going to Oxford University. I don't care about you lot. I just want to be rich again. But no, we find out a lot about him as well, and how he's related to other people in the past, which is why why there is a symbol on the bottom of his basement. But yeah. Did anyone else watch the series?
I watched it and I was very mixed about it. It was very, they got everything done, it was very quick with everything.
Yeah, it's because I remember reading a bit of it, and there's a lot of story in it. They pretty much just jump right from the start. It's like, yeah, you're elected. You've got elect a demon. Now everyone's going to fight for you. And that was kind of pushed right near the end, even though in the manga they explain that a bit quicker.
Oh, another manga anime.
Yeah. The manga's not too bad, but it is very long. It's been going for a while now. And they've just started explaining the backstory and numbers of characters. So yeah, it's a long series. I think you'd have to watch the second episode to see actually where it's going. Because the first one just kind of just jumped in and said, oh yeah, this, and this. So...
I will admit, when I watched the intro for it, I just thought of Black Butler. I thought, oh,
there's a bit like that, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of thought, I don't mind Black Butler. No, I will admit, but I just thought, we don't need another one, if you know what I mean. But it did, yeah, well, we had 2 series of it, but it was very, how could I say, like a more friendlier version of it, I suppose?
Slightly less pervy.
Yeah, and
series.
more funny, yeah. Just more to the point.
No, it does actually look like Black Butler. Now that you mention it, I keep thinking of it as that now.
Yeah, So I was very much mixed about it, to be honest. But, you know, give it time. I think it's I don't know, it kind of reminds me of Monster of the Week. You know, they're gonna have the different demons come in now every week fighting for the human. I don't forget his name, but you know, it kind of reminds me of that.
Well, I like the fact they put a bit of history in it as well, with Solomon and Gilles de Rain. I can't say his name properly because I'm terrible with French.
Yeah, he's mentioned.
Yeah, they do actually do a bit of history in it, like a rewriting history for some of the creatures, which I found fun. The fact they put some effort into that. But yeah, other than that, it is just Black Butler, but slightly less weird.
I felt like they were trying to make it really pretty, but they just couldn't do it. At some points the art looked really nice, and sometimes it just looked really manly, and I didn't like it. And I hate to say it, because I tried my best to like it. I was like, oh my god, there's a big kitty in there, and there's like demon goat people, you know. I like kind of history animes, and I like the art for the demon goat guy with his cool checked scarf. The fashion's really nice. I just couldn't get to grips with it, you know. I mean, if they had maybe some more cuteness in there, maybe I would have been sold, but not yet. I mean, I looked at the ending credits, I was like, oh, there's so many cute factors later on, but I really don't think I'm going to watch it. Yeah, there's nothing really grabbed me like Blood Lad did.
No, this one's just going to be like a rather slow series full of guys.
It's just all really
fighting.
cold as well.
So yeah, probably nothing much will happen. Probably best to stick with Blood Lad.
Not.
No.
Yeah, maybe we just watched too much of a good anime and we've compared it to an alright-ish anime. Maybe on a normal day we would have been like, oh my god, it's the best anime ever. Nah, not really. I don't think in any way we would have said that. It's nice though, he has an English name as well. He's called William, the main guy. He looks so European. They've made him to look like an angel and he's supposed to elect demons. Anyway, yeah. Nothing's realist in any animes. They're all what they are. Yeah, if we move on to games, Harriet, you've been playing something new?
Well, I've been, obviously, because me and Alex are both into our indie RPGs.
Woo.
A new one has cropped up, which I've watched a playthrough of, and it's a weird title. It's called Hello. It's yeah, interesting title. Probably a pain for people to announce, but it's basically it's a game where you can get various endings. Where you play as a guy whose girlfriend apparently has been killed in a car accident. But all is not as it seems. So, like I said, there are various endings. So you could leave the room, you can go to bed, and there's even a special one if you look at posters enough that one of them is a naked girl with the back to you kind of thing. Because I think they just put that in as a joke. I will admit there are an awful lot of jump scares in it. To the point that I even freaked out. I mean, I do freak out at jump scares anyway, but these ones were pop-up screen, freak out. If you had the laptop in your hand, you throw it in the air kind of thing. But I think the game, it lasts for about a good half an hour or so. Very interesting because then you play as the girl's point of view as well. And then it kind of coincides. I'd say it's about half an hour, 40 minutes. It depends if you want to get all the endings, and it depends if you can be bothered or not. There's also another game that I've been watching. It's called Mermaid Swamp. And it's made by the same person who made Paranoiac and the Crooked Man.
Yeah, because I've seen Crooked Man on YouTube. I just haven't played it yet.
Yeah, Crooked Man scared me. The jump scares were pretty horrific, I will admit. Paranoiac, I forget. No, it was Paranoiac that freaked me out. The Crooked Man is not so bad. But I do like these kind of indie RPGs. They're quite good. It's about a girl who, her and her college friends, on the way to the mountains on a trip. Car breaks down, and then this man who offers to let them stay at his house, but there's a legend apparently, about the swap that lives out, which is outside the mansion, and it just carries on from there. It's kind of based on the old style kind of mermaids, the horrible style, not the Disney Ariel, Princess Mermaids and all that. You're going
and a happy ending. No,
happy ending. If you think back to an old anime series, I forget it now, but it was made by the person who made Inuyasha and
yes,
Ranma.
I know what you mean. That's what I thought of when you mentioned the name.
That's
Mermaid Saga, wasn't it?
That's the one. Yep.
Mermaid Forest. That's the one I actually bought on VHS. Sorry, randomly. Yes, VHSs.
Rumiko Takahashi. She was the one who created it. I haven't personally seen the series. I do know of it, but it is based on those kind of mermaids. So
okay, I'd just like to jump in there. I bought the comics and I've seen it. Basically, it's very grim. Basically, people will try and capture these mermaids. Whether they were real or not, people were still not sure. But when you kill the mermaid, they will turn into like a beast. And these mermaids aren't, like Harriet said, like Ariel. They will turn into monsters. They will try and eat you. They eat human flesh. You try and eat mermaid flesh. You either turn mortal or you die, basically, or you turn into a mutant mermaid thing. So that's the gist of the old Japanese folklore. Carry on, Harriet.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, I haven't got to the jump scares as yet. I think, like most games, it's going to last a good few hours before you get into the proper storyline. It's one of those ones you have to search for everything, and then you realise you didn't look in the place you did originally, and all that confusion. But yeah, I'm glad that they're bringing out more of these indie RPGs, because you got to give them a lot of love. These people spend a lot of time making it, and it's for free. So go out there. I mean, like we talked about before, there's more than one. The best ones, I think, are Ib, The Witch's House, Mad Father, Crooked Man's quite good as well. So I'd say give these two a go, because they're going to be really good.
Harriet just reminded me when she was talking about all these free indie games, I've come across this website called Daisuke.net, and it's a website that is endorsed by the Japanese government to show raw anime with subtitles, so English, and they're actually going to put more different languages, so French, Spanish, German, and much, much more. So they're trying to promote do not, watch pirated animes, so go and watch them all for free, and you don't even have to pay like Crunchyroll, and it's actually better quality. And the best thing is, like, if you're new to it, like if you're in some obscure place in the world, I don't know, like Yemen, you can watch it for free. And if you do want to buy the merchandise or anything, all the actual DVDs, you can, and there'll be authentic products, and they won't be rip-offs, and all good and dandy stuff. So please check it out. I think they've only launched in May, so they've only got a few titles on the website right now, but it's good to just give it a look anyway. Alex, did you have any other games that you played?
I've only been playing Borderlands 2 since all the DLCs have come out recently. We've still got a level cap increase. So now anyone who's stuck on level 50 can now go to 61. Along with that, they've put a new mode in, so it's a lot harder. And when I mean a lot harder, I mean it's ridiculous. If any of you are playing it and you're level 50, if anyone's level 50 and they've started out in the new mode, good luck. You're not going to get very far by yourself. Doesn't help that if people join you, the difficulty gets harder as well. So that doesn't really help. But yeah, it's fun, but soul destroying when it takes you an hour to do a level that usually used to take us 15 minutes. Now we can't get within an inch of the door without being murdered, which is fun. We've also got we've also got another DLC, Tiny Tina. Tiny Tina's attack on, this is a fun bit I've got to try and remember, but it's just Tiny Tina from the game. She's got her own little, add-on now, where she makes you go on a quest. So it's a whole new story added on top, just like with the previous two DLCs, which are Hammerlock's hunting DLC, and the Badass Creator of Badasstude, and the Pirate Treasure Chest quest as well. So now we've got 4 DLCs. This new one is actually based off of RPGs, so it's a medieval kind of D&D Quest DLC, which is going to be fun. Haven't started it yet, but I know it's going to be brilliant. And we've been announced to have, I think, another 2 DLCs sometime this year or next as well. So yeah, lots of Borderlands 2 stuff at the moment.
And speaking of DLCs, we did put it up on our Facebook page, but BioShock Infinite.
Harriet's favourite game.
Oh, I was so happy. There's 2 DLCs. There's one, Clash in the Clouds, which is, it's out now. It's basically, a game, it's just basically collect trophies. There's no storyline to it. You could just, it's like Borderlands. I think you can fight against other people and, or against characters of the game, like the handymen and, other people. It slipped my mind at the moment. The one I'm really interested in is Burial at Sea, which is
of this. It looks pretty cool.
Oh gosh, I've seen the video I don't know how many times. I'm so excited about it. It's basically Booker and Elizabeth in Rapture the day before the original BioShock game.
Oh, okay.
And you don't see much, you just see Booker leave his office saying, oh, I have a gal who I'm doing work for, and it's Elizabeth. And it's quite clever because he uses his Viger to like snap fire to light a cigarette for her, and I just thought, oh. And I have some news also, so apparently we're gonna have an extra Viger in this. And, I forget the other thing, but I think it's another power-up. Another weapon, that's it. We're gonna have another weapon and another Viger. So, we're gonna have 9 this time.
Cool.
Another thing, because the little sisters obviously are gonna play an interest. They are in the trailer.
And they're creepy as hell.
Oh, they are
got masks on.
Oh, but I love the little sisters. They're brilliant. The first part you play as Booker, and the second part you play as Elizabeth. And it's going to be interesting because in the promo poster, you have Elizabeth holding one of the little sisters with a gun, like protecting her. So, we don't know. I think, Alex, you mentioned apparently there's going to be AI characters.
Yes, you might get a follower, in the DLC. It hasn't been announced, there's some people speculating because of, an animator has put up that he's working on the AI for the DLC, so you might actually have a companion. We don't know if it's like when you play as Elizabeth, maybe Booker becomes your companion or the other way around. But yeah, hopefully you'll have a little friend to join you like in the game previously. So, hoping you get that. I'm hoping you get a lot of stuff for BioShock.
Yeah. It's just more now waiting for when it will be released. For the last I heard, it might be the end of the year. So, I will have to wait very patiently.
You can wait with me with Borderlands 2 while we wait for our next DLC.
Yes.
But yeah.
But yes, really looking forward to that.
Awesome.
Speaking of Borderlands, one of the characters, Moxie, I kept getting comments on Hyper Japan, are you from Borderlands? I'm like, no, I have more clothes on. Can you not tell? I'm clearly not Moxie, and my hat's way bigger. So yeah, we're gonna talk about our adventures in Hyper Japan, all 3 of us, went and had loads of fun in our cosplays. I was Caitlin from League of Legends, Alex was Ninetales from Pokemon, and Harriet was Harriet. So, we went there and, conquered the Hyper Japan. If I describe Nintendo World, because it's best to say world because it was in its little town, I guess.
It had a whole segment to itself.
Yeah, they literally emulated Animal Crossing, so you had little fence pickets all around the whole section. I think it was very clever, because normally Nintendo Unleashed Tour is just kind of sitting there in the middle of Hyper Japan, where they actually displayed it very well. So the whole point of this Nintendo Land was you go around 4 different sections and you get a card at the start, and every time you go to a different section and play a game, so you had Monster Hunter 3, you had Pikmin, you had Animal Crossing, and you had the Project X Zone, Ace Attorney section. So once you played a game from each section, you'd get a stamp on your card, and at the end you'd be rewarded with a nice transfer sticker for your 3DS. Me and Harriet got the Isabelle ones from Animal Crossing because she's so cute.
Yes.
And games, I mean, the whole fun part is that I had so many people going to the Animal Crossing place, entering the gates of Nintendo, Animal Crossing towns and just violating it to the depths of hell. Like, they were digging holes everywhere, cutting the trees, trashing the place. It was hilarious. Some of the Nintendo people had to actually kick them out of their towns. It was so funny.
Oh, no.
Fun part was,
Just decimating everything.
No, it was great fun. Obviously, I couldn't join in, but I thought it was much fun. There was a really nice Animal Crossing themed photo booth as well. Basically, you go in there, you queue up, you could pick from props of a spade, a bucket. No, sorry, not bucket, a pail. Was that what it's called?
I think it was as well.
A net and slingshots as well. So you could pick something and you've got about 3 seconds to take 4 pictures, and then you could have nice keepsake from Animal Crossing Town. And you could also, they would give you copies so you could actually put on the message board where people were looking. In fact, that was how Harriet and Alex found me. They were like, "Oh, there's Aisha's picture. She's here. We'll find her." It was a bit difficult for me. My hat kept getting in the way. I'd made a game of it, actually, how many people I could hit with my little scope thing on my hat. It was brilliant. Games that you need to try out. I really had loads of fun trying out Pikmin 3. It's a strategic puzzle game, I would say. Another good one for the Wii U, because there's not many Wii U titles right now apart from, obviously Tekken and Zombie U. Another great, game is they re-released the, Zelda game, Wind Waker, in HD. That's really crisp, really beautiful. You probably want to get that for the Wii U. And, of course, we've played Animal Crossing Monster Hunter 3. Ace Attorney looked quite good, actually.
That was really good.
What did you think compared to the past ones?
I like the new feature with the new character. Obviously, it takes me a while to get used to it. So I was there for a good 20 minutes.
Same. Getting back into the whole, just a
bit. And, I like the new character. I think, is her name Athena? I forget her name. I totally forget. But I like her character. She definitely reminds me of, Maya, I think, or Mia, the last assistant. Like I said, I'm terrible with names. Yeah, a very good game. I am gonna buy it, but I asked Nintendo when it's out and he said, well, be out in August, but it's only a digital download. So you can't actually buy the game. You can't buy the game physically, so I think you're gonna have to get it via the eShop. So my advice is get a big memory card, 16 gigabytes will do, and download it. That's the only way you're gonna get it.
Good. What else was around the game section? Oh, we also had next to Nintendo World, the Namco Bandai stall, where you could try out the Tekken iOS game, the card game. I've mentioned before, and not everyone's a fan of these games. There's so many in different versions, but I like Tekken, so I play it. And they basically had all the booster card packs, so you could actually scan them into your game, and that was actually quite amazing. As soon as you scan it, the character turned 3D. It was like it jumped out of the screen. It was amazing. And you can then use the special moves that you've scanned. They're now selling the booster packs, 6 for $1.99, so that's now available everywhere. Just as additions, you can also play a version with the actual cards, but I think it's more for like just, keepsake purposes and more using to download into the game. Also you had Tales of Xillia, that's doing phenomenal. They're still doing pre-orders for the special limited edition where you get the bag and you get the special figure of Milia. And I think if you want it, you need to do it now because that stuff's getting snapped up fast. That's like the next top RPG game for PS3. And we had, go for it.
Oh no, I was going to say about that edition. They have the edition with the book and the CD. They're pre-ordering that now in game, so you can order it that way.
Without the figure?
Without the figure, yeah. The only way to get the figure is online, but that they are, like you said, they're snapping up fast. And I really do want to get it, but it's £80.
Though, to be fair, the art book one's pretty good as well, because the artist is brilliant for all the artwork, so it wouldn't be such a terrible loss if you got that edition as well.
That's true. Yep.
And some other areas we had near there were the retro game section. So you also had they were arcade machines, but they'd been emulated, so you could download whatever game you wanted into it. So you had a choice of 1,000 games, and they were actually selling them for $1,000 each. So if you want to start up an arcade, go to the next convention and talk to them, get yourself a bargain, or one at home just for fun, why not? And of course they had one retro bit for Street Fighter, so a lot of people queuing up just to play Street Fighter, of course, because there was no Tekken to play. Sad time. So that's mostly the games area, and Alex, you saw a lot of everything else, the merchandise and whatnot. What did you...
I was having so much fun. I just wandered around, because of, like with Hyper, there's a little section down the back where they had all the Lolita and jewelry and all the fashion stuff.
The fashion bit was like banished to the back, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just all by itself next to the cosplay preparation for the WCS stage. And it was just like a big empty area, and then just all of them crammed in a corner. But
it would have been nice if they had more stalls, right? It was just wasted space.
It's the same stalls. I remember quite a lot of them from the previous Hyper. There was a jewelry stall which was selling lovely hair pieces and necklaces, which my lovely mother went for since she came along with her. Yes, family.
Your mum knows taste.
Yeah, but there was Fuji Kimono, which is one we know from Brighton, who sells second-hand kimonos and lovely stuff you wouldn't normally be able to get outside of Japan. There was a lot of specialist Japanese novelty stuff like umbrellas and massage packs, I noticed, in quite a few of the stalls down that end. There was one at the very end. She was selling adorable little umbrellas where they look like salt and pepper shakers, almost like big ones. And because of the bottom bit was plastic, you could take the umbrella out and put it back in the plastic without it dripping everywhere. But they didn't have...
it's special, like back to front one where when you put it on the floor, it will come out rather than all over your stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, there was just some very odd stuff on some of the stalls. Had fun with the pottery store, which is always there. They were selling their sake pot sets, their bowls. They were selling fans as well for people, because it was really hot in the hall when it got to about lunchtime as usual. Even though we're in a bigger hall, it seems there's so many people coming in now that it's just overheating really quickly.
63,000 people apparently.
Ooh.
That's a record, right?
Yeah.
That was a lot more than I remember.
That's slowly creeping up to Expo's record.
Yeah, it is just getting ridiculously hot now. I had fun with the mini blocks, guys. They were really friendly and really fun. For anyone who doesn't know what mini blocks are, it's really, really tiny Lego. And when I mean tiny, I mean they're literally ridiculous. So they were really nice. They had all their stuff there. They let you even fiddle around with the ones on display, which was really fun. Well, I was going to get one, but then I realised I have clumsy fingers, so there's no way I'm going to be able to put in together blocks that are like the size of a millimetre together to make the world's tiniest piano. But yeah, other than that, we had a lot of figurine stores as usual. We had Neon Martian as usual with their figurines. We had quite a lot.
They're my favourite. They do the most unique, rare figures there.
Yeah, they seem to be the only ones that I've seen that have some of the small ones that I'm after, like the little set ones. Because I got special Tiger and Bunny mini figurines.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw a lot of Tiger and Bunny on their store, really good quality ones.
Yeah, because I got two, which they're limited ones where they're in Tiger and Bunny are in suits and they're giving each other a fist bump. And I managed to get both a tiger and a bunny together because they were. Thank goodness they marked the boxes so we could tell what was in what. Otherwise I would have probably ended up with Fire Emblem on my shelf, looking rather sad by himself.
Aww.
But yeah, other than that, there was the food was there as usual. They were lovely. Queue a mile long for the squid ball food. I can't remember what it's called.
Yakitori?
I think so. It's the little squid balls on sticks, which everybody loves. I don't know why. Because
you know,
I don't mind. It's just I'm not used to eating squid in any form other than just fried.
Calamari.
Yeah, eat any other way and I'm scared I'm gonna be sitting there for hours chewing.
Better the devil you know, I suppose.
Yeah, because I went to the stall next door to theirs because nobody was going to it and they were really nice. They were selling, chicken katsu and Japanese sauce with rice and pickled veg, which is lovely. But like most events, it wasn't cheap. Most things there were typical Japanese style prices. So at least they're authentic on that experience.
I have to say, I probably bought the most expensive thing in Hyper Japan. It was £8. It was beef. I've even forgotten the name, but basically it's thin slices of beef cooked in a sweet sauce. And it was so unfortunate. They had a power cut. So people were waiting like hours. And I noticed it was the only stall that didn't have a queue. And I was talking to the guy and he was telling me that his restaurant was number 3 in the whole of, Kingston. So I was like, you came all the way from Kingston. He was like, yeah, this is a really big venue, you know, and, it was surprising. The £8 dish, it wasn't even that big. As soon as it was finished, everyone came and queued up for it, and let me tell you, it was amazing. With sticky rice, of course, and you could buy like plum tea, green tea, the beers and stuff, Asahi beers and stuff, and I was just glad I was at the front of the queue. I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna splash out and just try it, and it was really amazing. Definitely. Something you should definitely try different stuff when you go out, guys. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but it's really worth it. I mean, there was another thing I tried was omiyaki, and that is a vegetable omelet. And that's amazing. That's a popular Japanese dish. It's something that's cheap, healthy, something that you can get quick on the go, but you can also have meat variations, but it's pretty much cabbage, sweet corn, with loads of teriyaki sauce and other bits and bobs in there. It's just delicious. That was £6 and you got a really big portion and it was boiling. I was like burning my tongue. I'm so hungry. Burn. So yes, and one thing, they planned it really well. Nice ice for the heat was perfect, was it not, Alex?
Yeah. That was perfect. I saw a queue a mile long when I got there lunchtime. It's like, yeah, I really want this, but if I'm going to queue up, I'm going to be here forever and I'm going to get ice on my costume and I know it. I'm going to drop a huge dollop of pink ice on me. I know I will. But yeah, because I was, even the sweet stall, the one that was hidden behind, all the food, they actually had to put up a queue system for people to go in, get sweets, and then pay and leave. Because people just wanted to they were just buying everything and loitering around.
No, totally. I mean, there was also one called Wagashi Bakery, and they did loads of dorayaki pancakes with like sweet fillings. And they also did ice cream. I was like, I think people haven't clocked that you've still got ice cream. I was like, hurry, get it before it all runs out. Cause they had like green tea flavored and, all these different interesting concoctions. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I say if you come to a place like Hyper Japan, definitely try something new. You know, even katsu curry is quite average. You need to try something more exciting, people. And what about you, Harriet? You had anything exciting to eat?
No. Sadly not.
Harriet.
No, I know. I'm just sitting here thinking I'm in trouble. No, I had the hot dog.
From?
No, do you know what it was? Me and my boyfriend were flailing because we were on our feet for a good 4 hours before we had something to eat and drink, and the queues were too long at that point.
Phenomenal,
So we kind of grabbed something quick to eat, so then we could just revive ourselves and then just carry on. But yeah, next time I will, I promise, because I am the one who eats the chicken katsu curry and sticks with the salmon sushi.
Next time you should join me and my mum.
Me and Alex need to expand your variety of foods.
Even my mum was eating stuff that was different for once, even though she hates sushi.
Yeah, I didn't mind. But it was just more the queues off-putting. Like,
yeah, you just wanted to be quick and hurry up and on with it.
Well, I think
Harriet's part. Harriet actually covered all of the Masquerade Euro cosplay.
well, it's not Euro cosplay, it was the ECG, so this is where it gets very confusing. We do have Euro cosplay, but we have also the ECG, which is the European Cosplay Gathering. And,
it's a different one. Okay.
it is.
Yes, as well, don't we?
Yes,
Well,
exactly that. I think they're both the same thing. It's still a big competition. So yeah, on Saturday afternoon, I sat by the side, well, I didn't sit by the side of the stage, I had to kneel in the end, that's, very annoying. But, we had the cos parade first of all, and that was really good. What else? And then we had the ECG competition. And, this is basically where you could do solo or as a duo, and you have to perform, you have to do a skit for a good few minutes or so. And we had various ones. We had singing, we had dancing, literally, I'm not joking. And, we have the winners. Alexandra, she won for her Princess Karehi from Princess Tutu.
bear in mind, that's not me. Different Alex, sadly.
Yeah. And, that was really good. She came on stage. If you don't know Princess Tutu, it's basically, I can't remember now to be exact, but she did a transformation, during the skit, which was really good. And she's the
Is that when she changed her outfit?
Yeah, she changed her outfit. So she
I
was
caught that. Yeah.
She was in a school uniform. I got a great photo of her, when she turned around and she just looked really scared. And then obviously she turned evil and she just danced brilliantly. I think she's entered before in the same costume, but just in the ballet outfit. And, duo is Laura and Benjamin, who came out and did a performance from Snow White and the Huntsman.
She was brilliant.
Oh my gosh.
She was actually walking around with the other girl as Princess Tutu, because I've got a photo of them together up on Flickr if anyone can find it. And they were really nice. They were just beautifully done costumes as well.
Yes. I have seen progress photos of Laura's, the Queen. My gosh, that crown. Oh.
Yeah, I wanted that crown. I was just thinking, can I have it, please?
And she looked the spitting image as well, the Queen in the movie. I love they did a thing where the magic mirror, so the hands were moving in the background, so you could see the imprint, and then, it was acted very well. I mean, the emotion showed very well. I've got the photos on our Facebook page if you have a look. Some of them, yeah, they're a bit dark. Lighting kept on changing. It's a photography's nightmare. And, yeah, it was very well acted, so well-deserved winners. So they will be, going on, I don't know, I forget because it's very confusing. They had the
Isn't it
BCGs,
usually two pairs go on and then they fight it out? Or is it a number of pairs fight it out around the country, don't they?
I'm not too sure now, to be honest, because I get very confused with that. You're a cosplay and, but, no doubt someone will let us know. If you do, let us know on Facebook or I could double check and let you know properly next week. I can look it up. But, apart from that, before the masquerade, I call it masquerade, I know it's not, but for a bit.
Cosparade. It's not that far off. It's not that far off.
Do you know who won the cos parade?
I don't, unfortunately. I did ask my friend who took part, but, she never got back, so, again, I'll let you know next week who did. I totally forgot. I know there was one on Sunday as well, but I'm not sure if that was a competition or not.
Usually they, give you something for it because you have to apply for, I think ahead of time with a picture of your costume.
Yeah.
So I think there is an award or something along the lines for it.
I know a few friends who took part in the cos parade. Actually, I know a couple of people who took part in the ECGs as well. So it was really cool just watching everyone. I mean, I do cosplay still myself now and then, and all the work people put into their costumes is fantastic. I mean, Alex, yours was brilliant.
Yeah, but it could have been better.
But someone recognised who you were.
Yeah, they counted your tails.
Yeah, she just came up behind me and went, "Are you Ninetales?" I said, yes. I'm not going to ask how you worked that out, but I'm just going to say yes. Because I was really happy, because usually whenever I do a costume for Hyper Japan, I wander around, I get like a few photos, and then nobody knows who I am. And then afterwards it's like, oh, that was pretty cool, that's nice. What are you cosplaying? This? Oh, I've never heard of that. Okay, that's fine. I can make you a fan, please. I want more fans of my series. Nobody likes my.
But yeah, and then Anisha's costume, that was beautiful as well. That was really nice.
That was well made.
Caitlin, yeah, that was really well made.
I was lucky, a lovely lady, Sarah from Costume Box, she made that outfit for me to wear for her website, and I gave out leaflets for her. She is a professional, hat maker, so I don't know how she managed to make it and not be colossally heavy. Somehow it all worked out, and even the straps on my legs were like real gun case belts. So that was quite, very, what's the word? Authentic costume. Yeah. That's the word I was looking for. Like I said, people thought I was Moxie, and I just thought, no. Okay, we have purple hats, but the hats aren't even minutely the same.
Moxie was lovely. I actually
there was a really saucy Moxie walking around. I was like, you want Moxie? You want her? Yeah. That's the Moxie.
She was in the queue near me, and she had the jar, which I recognised from Borderlands, which just says, please insert the tip, as a rather sexual joke. And I went, we were both in the bathroom getting changed because there's no decent changing space. And, like me, she had problem with her makeup because Moxie has a complete face covered in white, kind of really thick makeup. And, both of us were standing there going, this makeup, putting makeup on in the heat in a bathroom with a tiny mirror is horrible. And we both agreed and both gave each other a look as if to say, yes, we both know how horrible this is. But yeah, no, she was lovely. I saw her walking around, but she didn't notice me because I think she finished changing after me. And I kind of disappeared off. But yeah, everyone was lovely, while walking around in costume. It was just way too cramped after a certain time, and they started to stop letting people in, and there was a lot more space then, but then I felt like it was rather empty.
Yeah, there were
really weird.
Yeah, they shut off half the hall. So, they could have expanded that a bit more, I will admit. But I didn't get to a point where I was like, I am gonna literally do a Kamehameha to move people out of the way. Which usually happens.
It never got overcrowded,
all the crowds were near the food, I noticed.
Yes.
And that was it.
Yeah, I did notice that because when the ECGs and the cos parade was over, I just walked around again with my boyfriend. We just had one more quick look around and then we left. So that was about 5:00. But during the day, I tried to take as many photos of cosplayers as possible, though sadly the lighting, again, I don't mind Earl's Court for the venue, but the lighting is terrible, and any photographer would tell you that, especially after LFCC. So I kind of did redeem myself a little with these photos, which I'm really happy with, especially outside, because I did shots with both you and Aisha, and also I did a photo shoot for the Vocaloid group as well.
You got kidnapped by them.
Yeah! No, to be fair, I met Marianne, and she asked nicely if we could take photos, and we did, and very nice girl, and the Vocaloid group was really good, I will admit.
They were really friendly. I was wondering what was going on. I wasn't part of the group, and so I just sat down and watched you take photos. And one of the girls just kind of waved at me to be nice, and I was like, who are you waving at? It's not me. Oh no, wait, I'm the only one here. And I waved back, and she was really nice. They were all really friendly.
Yeah, they were all very nice. I knew one of them who was cosplaying as one version of Miku. I forget now. There's so many versions of them, I can't keep up. But yeah, and then I did a couple of separate shoots with another version of Miku, the one with the mask and handcuffs. I think she's the cop version of Miku.
Oh, the green haired one, yeah?
They're all green hair.
The one with the really awesome curled hair. The really awesome wig.
Yeah, that's the one. Sorry.
Which my mum kept staring at.
The oriental one.
Yes. But yeah, that, and then, did my shots with you, and then quickly dashed inside for the ECGs. So yeah, that was virtually my day. It was just walking around. What I tend to do is I walk around first, and if there's anything I see that I know I can't get, I buy.
Yes. And we know what you're gonna say, what you bought. Say it.
Alpaca.
All of us got alpacas.
Yes, we all got alpacas.
I got a green one, Harriet got a white
one.
and Aisha got a purple one.
I got a pink one with a little blue bird on its head.
I got mine from Love JoJo.
Me too!
Yeah.
Yeah! We're big fans of Love JoJo. I have to say, she was the first alpaca seller I found online, whether it was eBay, her shop, or Facebook. And then all these other alpacas came from like Tofu Cute and all these other random stalls. And it was really nice that I ended up actually having to buy a Love JoJo one because it was just super cute.
She was really
how
nice.
wouldn't you buy an alpaca with a little bird on its head? It was just so cute.
Oh, she was really nice. I mean, when I went to the stall, she had like a giant alpaca and she said, "Oh, do you want to hug it?" And I thought,
she did that to us as well.
Yeah, and then she said, oh, they're really cute. I bought a purse as well, like one that you can just strap to your hand. So that's perfect for me if I'm at a con now. So I don't have to bring a bag. I can just bring that, put my money and keys in there. So that's perfect. And then I said, oh no, I missed you at the last, because I did miss her at Expo. I completely didn't realise.
I don't even know where she was at Expo. That was a blur
neither did
for
I.
me.
There's too many dealers anyway, so you just end up wandering around for a good hour.
Yeah,
I find anything.
Yeah, so that's why I liked as well as Hyper Japan. I saw all the stalls, so I knew what, excuse me, so I knew what I wanted to get, but the alpaca was the definite one for me. No, I haven't given it a name yet, though everyone else who got alpacas, given them names. I've got him in my hand and I haven't given him a name yet.
I haven't named mine either. Maybe we should ask the listeners to choose names for us.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Give us
I haven't
a
named
list
mine
of names.
either.
Give us a list
Do you know
of
what,
names.
girls? If we take pictures of all our alpacas and post them, and then people can give us name suggestions.
Yes, I think that would be a good idea.
I tell you what, whoever writes the name, whoever gets the most likes for each name, that name will win for each alpaca.
We'll put a poll up, yeah.
We'll put each picture up so that everyone can choose which one they want to vote.
That's true. That's the better idea, yeah.
Just all put pictures up. This is Alex's, this is Harriet's, this is Aisha's. There you go.
The purse I'm not gonna bother with because that'll be trash. No, I'm not being horrible. I actually have my friend Melzy, she has a alpaca with wonky eyes and a wonky mouth and she calls it, I forget what she calls it, but it's quite cute, her alpaca.
Oh no.
It's just unique,
right?
Like, kind of like my one, his ears are wonky, but it doesn't matter, I like the little characteristics and he's so cute. I have to find it, there's a he.
Don't worry, if anything goes names wise, I'm terrible with names, because of, I named a kite I've got, which is an owl Keith. So yeah, names aren't my strong suit.
Usually mine ends up being my favourite characters. So, my car is called Abel from Trinity Blood because it's grey. That's why. What do you call it? My 3DS is Mercury because it's blue.
Sailor Moon.
It's Sailor Moon, yep. My mobile is called Venus. My camera, my old one was called Morimoto. In regards to teddies, I usually just have the characters like Pokemons and whatnot and Disney and, little cry dolls that I made up. So they already have names. It's just ones that I'm terrible with.
I'm in the Stargate Atlantis naming problem of, I'm just gonna give you a random guy's name. Steve, Todd, Michael, that'll do. I can't name anything seriously. I just give them, Frederick, Christopher. There we go. That's an awesome sounding name. It's just, I'm terrible. I just go through the list of names that go in my head. So yeah. Please name my alpaca a decent name.
Yes.
Preferably not,
give me
not
something
greeny.
epic.
Not greeny.
I don't want squishy
lady.
or fluffy. Give me something really epic, guys.
Yeah.
Saint
Not Luke,
Fiddlesticks.
not William, something really epic, like, I don't know, Killer.
That's a nice name for it. That's something nice for a lovely thing that's looking at you sweetly. Call it Killer.
Yeah.
Oh, I just do Borderlands Princess Fluffy Butt.
No, it has to be epic. No, Alex. Dislike.
Oh.
Anyway, so, Hyper Japan, great food, loads of games, loads of awesome stuff for us to throw our money at. And I think we're at the end of the show now. So please check out our Facebook page. Harriet's pictures on Flickr are there. Alex will put up her picture link as well, right, Alex?
Yep, I've got mine.
Good. So that's at Anime UK Show. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking. Keep it up. Please share us to all your friends. And if there's any suggestions, any questions, you know where to hit us. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr. And that's it. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
www.wearearcade.com